What's up guys, Phoenix here. This video is going to be another YGOpro duel video in ranked, and this time I'm playing with the Paleozoic deck yet again. I really enjoy how this deck plays, just because it seems very intellectually based and founded, and you have to be very mindful of what resources are where, how you're doing things, how you're structuring chain links, all that sort of nonsense, and how you are managing your trap card resource pool in grave and on field, as well as hand. Now it does get a lot easier with the next wave of support if we get that next set, because we obviously get some better rank 2s, mainly the Paleozoic one that searches trap cards and allows you to place traps from hand. That is a huge asset to the deck, allowing the deck to actually play very aggressively, specifically with the cards that it has access to. So there's looking forward to that one. But mainly, as it stands right now, this deck just, it functions on a very high card economy basis using Demise and Curry Bandit and all that sort of nonsense. And if you have any, opinions on the list, leave them in the comments down below. But other than that, I'm not going to waste any more of your time with this little part of the video. Let us just jump into the game, shall we? Alright, so that Chainburn matchup, that wasn't real at all. That was so not real. I had games so many times, and I just didn't do it. Because Chainburn is terrible, but I'm equally as terrible a player as it would seem. So there is that. But this is double Reckless, Card of Demise, double... What? Alright. I would be completely fine with drawing 3 Paleozoic cards and then just discarding all of them. But Curry Bandit would be the go! And Backjack! Oh! God! Alright, well. So at this point, we'll summon this. I'll set this Pekaya. And this Backjack is going to just go into the graveyard. I'm going to turn that off so I don't get dicked over by Card of Demise. I should probably leave that as a default, but it makes other games really stressful. So I don't know what I'm playing against yet. This doesn't matter. The Curry Bandit is about to just make that not matter anyway. I could get the Card of Demise. Add a spell trap card. I could get Card of Demise, or I could get this and guarantee the Pekaya being live. That's definitely the play. Get the Pekaya. I don't care about the Card of Demise so much because I've got 2 Recklesses and the Pekaya. And that's going to just let me see 6 new cards, 7 by the time I draw for turn. And then it's also going to heavily fuel my my Paleozoic monsters in grave summoning themselves, or traps in grave summoning themselves as monsters, rather. Because I'll be able to do this, I'll be able to immediately Pekaya and discard these, and then one will summon itself. And so then from there, I'll have Pekaya plus Hallucigenia in grave, and I'll be able to go Threatening Roar, bring one back, do all that. Okay, so he's setting a card and passing his turn. Interesting. Well, we're just going to do this now. I'm going to do it now just so that I get... Oh, I have an Olenoids in grave too? How did that get there? Oh, the Curry Bandit! That's right! I've got so many of these things in grave. Alright. Well, so I've got that, and this means I can actually go ahead and use Backjack here as well and try to set a card. Because if I get to a trap, then that would be good. That would be good indeed. But I'll do that in the end phase. I don't know why I did that in main phase 1, per se. Because now he could Raigeki or Dark Hole me, and that would kind of suck. But I mean, I still wouldn't be losing too much because of the fact that I do have 3 Paleozoics in my grave, and I have Plague. Man, this is great. The only thing that would make this better is if I drew into Imperial Iron Wall. But yeah, this deck has some flaws. They're very clear flaws. We don't have the second wave of support, and the second wave of support is really what makes this deck amazing, because it kind of takes it from operating on a really slow chain burning aspect where you have to really mitigate your resources and construct chains to abuse cards like Reckless Greed and Accumulated Fortune and stuff like that, and then playing Card of Demise as well. You go away from that and you actually start playing into a deck that's closer in operational status to Phantom Knights. Because you have traps that send one from deck to grave. You have a trap that puts one from banished back to grave. All that. This person is taking a long-ass time and is just running down his timer. And all that's going to happen when he runs down his timers is going to end turn. Come on. No, come on. Leave me be. There we go. Yeah, end of main phase. Okay. So, I'll just go ahead and... no, I'm not going to activate any of these. I'm stupid. I'm not going to activate any of those. I'm going to draw my card first. Fiend Grieving, alright. So I'll activate this Reckless to draw 2 cards, and I will summon my Monstar Cardo. And then we'll activate this other Reckless Greed, and then we'll do this. I just love this new UI where it doesn't let you pick the same one twice. That's so convenient. You don't have to pay attention to which one you're clicking on, and it doesn't like influence play lines negatively. If you have multiples of the same name and you're just like, what did I give it? But otherwise, all of this seems pretty cool and good. So I've got so many cards in my hand that, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll activate the Plague. I've got an Iron Wall, which is good, but the Plague actually is not going to be banishing itself anyway because I'm going to be overlaying with it. So that is something neat to note. I drew the Reckless Greed. I drew this card. This card has been drawn by myself. But Fiend Grieving kind of sucks, but it could be used to establish another Backjack reveal and then, you know, do that. So that's a play. But from here, we're going to go into Anomalocaris with, do I want to just do 4? Nah, you pretty much always want to just do 3, it seems like. So we'll activate this. Ditching the Plague because I can just immediately summon it again. Oh, he's playing Shiranui. Okay. Did he brick? I mean, I guess this deck's not as amazing as people are trying to make me think it is, if he bricked like that. Let's see, I can put the Iron Wall back on top and then just draw it next turn. I've got Pekaya as well. Well, that's actually an issue. I've got Pekaya here. Well, actually, no, because this is going to actually start doing stuff. So, yeah. Here is the play, is that I put Pekaya on top of my deck. You feel me? And then I special the Zombie Plague man. This one. Yeah, him. And so I make Centaria here, just because it's the biggest one that's in the extract that also provides a stun aspect. And so I'm going to attack with both of these. And then I'm going to use Backjack on my opponent's turn to set the Pekaya I just top decked. So I'm going to be able to set the Pekaya after activating some Cardos. Some monster Cardos. Or trap cards, actually. They're not monsters. They might as well be monsters at this point. They serve dual purpose. So, dual purpose. I'm absolutely a terrible human being. But I'm going to set this, just because this is the most relevant one. So what I get to do here is it's a very neat line of play. And you'll be very, very impressed. I promise. Is that the first thing we're going to do is we're going to immediately activate this and set that Pekaya from the top of my deck. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to set this, because now it's there, it's ready to be activated, it can be activated this turn. If he has something like Sage, and he's able to go into, you know, a Unizombie play, sending Mizuki, I can use Fiend Grieving to put that Mizuki back into his deck and send another Backjack. And then off that second Backjack, I get to look at my next top 3 cards, and out of those next top 3, I can look for the next Paleozoic card and put it on top. He does have Sage, see? He's getting there. He's trying to get me. He's trying to give me the diddle diddle. The hey diddle diddle. But I get to put a Burgostoma card, or not Burgostoma, a Paleozoic card on top of my deck in the top 2 cards. From there, I get to go Reckless Greed into one of those cards. And then I get to use the Pekaya to discard it and draw more cards. Yeah. Alright, so Unizombie. Let me look at what's in my graveyard here as far as Paleozoic cards. I've got 2. So what I want to do here is I actually want to... Well, this is going to fuel a lot anyway if I get to one. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to activate this. I'm actually going to shuffle back his Spectral Sword. 100%. So we're going to do this. And then I am going to activate my Fiend Grieving. And so I'm going to put this back into his deck so that he can't use it. So this is going to get popped by Anomalocaris. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my free special summon of this while I'm at it. Absolutely no reason not to. So from here, this will get special summoned. This will put Backjack in the grave. And then that will pop a monster. And then I get to use Backjack's effect, and I get to use this guy's effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make Backjack as Chainlink 1, and this is Chainlink 2. I want to see what the card is that I reveal first. Because this deck is 29 trap cards. Okay, that's easy. That's another Paleozoic card. And here's Accumulated Fortune, Warning, and all these. None of these matter particularly. I can just go into this because it's a draw card. So we'll get those. I'll put them in that order. That is the order that I would like them to be in, because that means that's another draw card I can draw into. Accumulated Fortune is a draw card as well. Holy shit! That is a Darkest of Hole. Well, it's actually not that problematic. I could just reestablish all of it. It's not a problem. Sure. Take it. Give it to me. Sure. In phase. We're going to activate the Reckless. I'm going to see all those cards that I just put on top of my deck anyway. So I don't even know why I was stressing about the order. So I'm going to activate Reckless. Reckless will get back one of my traps. I'll activate Pakaia, discarding. That'll get back one of my traps. And then I have Plague. So, bish bash bosh. I get to summon another Anomalocaris. So, seems pretty optimal, if you ask me. I did lose an Olenoids, but I still have so many cards that I'm capable of, doing in grave. This person loves to run the timer out. This person loves to run out the clock, doesn't he? He's just such a little bastard that doesn't want to just say, yeah, man, you got it. Alright, well, I get to activate my cards now. I'm okay with this. Damn! Waiting again! Foiled! Foiled by this nonsensory. But I've got 2 threatenings that I have yet to use face down. That's... yeah. And I got rid of that Burying Mirror Force that was on top of my deck that was a multiple as well. That's actually really cool. Off of that entire Fiend Grieving play. Like, I have so many cards that just do things to the battle phase in my in my hand that I didn't want that other one. So, that was good. So, we're going to activate this one now, too. I'll be damned if you're taking up time on my turn. And yes, we will activate this one. Another one. Alright, so, special, discard, draw 2. Special, draw 2. Card of Demise? Man, I have way too many cards. I can't Card of Demise him because I have way too many. I can't play Card of Demise because I have too many cards. Oh no. Alright, well, if I summon Plague in attack mode, that's more damage. So what I will put on top of my deck is Burying Mirror Force, because I don't need this card. Like I said, it's a multiple battle stopper. Like, it's a battle tactic, and it's not something that I want in my life. Not right now. So I can attack with all of these. This is more damage than just going into Anomalocaris straight up. Because Anomalocaris is 24, whereas these are 28, because it is literally 2 of these, which is 24 plus the 400. Math works for some people, maybe not myself. I wish there was is there a rank 2 Cowboy? There's definitely Nightmare Shark, but that's a rank 3, so why am I bringing that card up? So used to playing VA that I'm just bringing that card up for 0 reason. Anomalocaris. And so from here, I've got Warning, I've got Heart of Demise, I've got this, I've got Iron Wall. Ooh, I've got another one of these. But that's not going to be useful to me in the immediate future. So we'll set this, we'll set Shape Sister, and then we'll set Iron Wall, just so that my cards don't start getting banished, and we'll pass turn. I pretty much got this game on lock. I guess he drew Sage for that turn. Because I don't see any reason he should have held that card. By any stretch of the imagination. Oh, this is neat. I remember doing this in Dragon Ruler format. Just activating Iron Wall in response to Gold Sark. Take the -1, please. So we'll do Pakaia. And then I get to activate, I can activate Threatening Roar just for good measure. And that will trigger the Accumulated Fortune while also summoning another one of these. Yeah. We'll just keep going. No, he left! Alright, well, I don't think there's any way that he won that game then, unless the replay tells another story. Check hand, please. Let us see where this replay takes it. Alright, so yeah, his hand was actually, really good if he had opened that Sage. He did draw Sage as the card for his second turn. But he drew Unizombie for turn on this last turn, and he had Mizuki in hand, so, the fact that I popped his Unizombie with Anomalocaris on summon when he did it the previous turn was kind of, really bad for him. He had Burial, he had all these cards, geez. If he had been able to establish, then that would have been, really problematic for me, because I don't think his deck can effectively, deal with Omegas. because of the fact that Anomalocaris is just not big enough, as well as the fact that like you're almost always going to have a hand. He starts taking your traps out of your hand as well, so that means that you get them back next turn and then have to set them, but then you can lose them to Omega again. It's a really strange debacle. But yeah, so Goldsark on the Iron Wall, he can't banish anything. He can normal summon Unizombie, but he's going to lose it to Anomalocaris, and he just can't win. But his hand is actually just really good because he's got Burial and a Mizuki, and he drew Sage. Like, that's so upsetting. That's so off-putting that that's actually how that one has to go. But I mean, the deck is actually just pretty fragile. It's Omega spam. If you're not spamming Omegas, the deck does not a lot of anything else to get out of the early game. But anyway, that's it for this video. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to all the nonsense you usually do. Links are in the description to my Facebook links, Twitch links, background music playlist link, all that sort of nonsense. Let me know what you guys think about this duel and this deck in the comments down below. As per usual, sorry about the excessive length, but this is a deck that is very complex, and like, you have to actually think every single chain link out. You have to structure it correctly, all that sort of nonsense. You have to be very mindful of your resources because of the fact that they banish themselves, all that stuff. As well as my opponent running the clock down didn't really help that much either, but can't really do anything about that one. I can't control that one to nearly as much a degree as I would like to, but anyway, let me know what you guys think. As I've already said in the comments down below, thanks for watching as usual, and as always, guys, take care.